Ever wonder what really makes a distributor tick? Like, what are they looking for in a manufacturer?
Yeah, it's a relationship a lot of people don't really think about.
Right. Today, we're going to kind of get inside their heads a bit, do a deep dive on that relationship because it's definitely more than just having a good product.
It really is. It's like this whole dynamic.
Exactly. Imagine you could see things from their perspective, their side of the table.
That would be pretty amazing.
Well, I think we're going to get pretty close today. We've got some awesome source material to work with.
We do. What's cool about today's deep dive is we have a first-hand account straight from a glass accessories manufacturer, Clover Glass.
Based in China.
Yep, based in China. And they've really nailed this. Like, they've figured out what distributors want and just totally exceed expectations.
They've built their whole success on it, haven't they?
Absolutely. This is like insider knowledge gold.
Pure gold.
Whether you're a distributor yourself or if you're on the manufacturing side and you work with them, like, this is the stuff you need to know.
It really is. Clover Glass, their article, it's like a masterclass in how to build those super strong, like rock solid relationships. We're talking about reliability, product diversity,
Yeah, all that.
even some unexpected stuff I think will surprise you.
One thing that really jumped out at me was how much emphasis they put on transparency.
How interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. The article kicks off by talking about what they call the big three qualities distributors look for: reliability, top-notch products,
Okay.
and a genuine willingness to solve problems.
Makes sense.
Right. I mean, those seem pretty straightforward at first glance,
Yeah.
but I think we're going deeper than just like checking boxes here. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. Let's take reliability, for instance.
Yeah.
That goes way beyond just shipping something on time.
Sure.
Although, I mean, that's obviously super
Of
important.
course, yeah.
But think about it from the distributor side, you know? They're putting their own reputation on the line with the brands they carry.
It's their whole business.
Right. So reliability, it's about building a brand they actually want to be connected to.
They're proud of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Proud of. Consistent quality is a given, but it's also about seeing problems before they even happen, you know?
Oh, like anticipating stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Communicating clearly and being flexible if things go wrong, because they always do.
So it's almost like you have to be a mind reader,
Kind of.
knowing what the distributor is going to need before they even ask. Not just reacting, but being proactive, preventing those surprises.
Exactly. Because your success, it's all tied together.
Right.
When you're reliable, you're not just delivering a product, you're giving them peace of mind. And that is huge for a distributor.
Yeah, okay, I get that. The article also talks a lot about product variety.
Uh-huh.
Clover Glass uses their own line as examples, glass water pipes, dab rigs, silicone pipes, all that. It's like a whole world of smoking accessories.
It is.
And they're really emphasizing that having a diverse inventory is just essential to keeping distributors happy and customers engaged.
Right. So why is that so important, you ask?
Yeah, lay it on me.
Well, think about it. Distributors are always trying to stand out, right?
In a crowded market.
Yes.
Yeah.
They want to be the go-to place for retailers. So if they've got a wide range of products,
It covers all the bases.
it does different tastes, different preferences, and it makes them more attractive to those potential buyers. Plus, it gives them the flexibility to respond to trends.
Because in this industry, trends change fast.
Yes, so fast.
So if you're a manufacturer, you're basically saying offering that diverse product line makes you a better partner.
100%. You're helping the distributor stay ahead of the game. And in a competitive market, like we've got
That's a huge GE advantage.
massive.
Mhm.
It's all about giving the distributor the tools they need to win.
Now, there's something else the article touches on that I think some manufacturers might miss, and that's customization.
Yeah.
And they're not talking about just like putting your logo on something. They're talking about co-creating something special, something unique that shows off the manufacturer's skills and the distributor's vision.
I love that.
So what do you think? Why is that so important?
Well, it's the psychology of it.
Yeah.
It makes the distributor feel like a partner, not just a customer. Like they're really invested.
Part of the process.
Yeah. They have a sense of ownership.
Makes them more loyal.
Way more. Which, means repeat business.
So it's building a relationship, not just transactions.
Exactly. It's win-win. Both sides feel like they're part of something bigger.
Okay, I'm really starting to see the big picture here. But we've got to talk about something that maybe doesn't sound as exciting, but it's super critical.
Oh, what's that?
On-time delivery. We're talking about meeting those deadlines like it's nobody's business because things move fast in this industry.
Oh, tell me about it.
Distributors have customers who want their stuff yesterday.
It's true. You hit the nail on the head there. And it might seem basic, but it's all about respecting your partner's business, their time. Like if a distributor says, hey, retailer, that new glass speaker bung will be here Thursday, and then it shows up Friday,
Big problem.
huge problem. Broken promise, damages the distributor's reputation,
Yeah.
total logistical nightmare.
It's like a domino effect. Everyone gets hurt.
Exactly. And that's why on-time delivery isn't just about logistics. It's showing that you're reliable, that you do what you say you're going to do.
Okay, I'm with you. So we've got reliable products, a wide variety to choose from, custom designs, on-time delivery.
So good so far.
It feels like we're building a pretty solid foundation here, right? But what happens when things go wrong? Because they will. Even with the best products in the world, stuff breaks, there are defects.
It
So
happens.
that's where after-sales support comes in.
Oh, for sure. 100%. Even with amazing quality control, something's going to happen in shipping or just being handled.
Yeah.
And that's where great after-sales support can make a huge difference.
What are the key things there?
Well, Clover Glass points out 3. Replacing damaged goods quickly, fair compensation when there's a problem,
Okay.
and making sure it's easy to find product info and get help.
It sounds like it's not just about fixing the problem. It's about making the whole process easy for the distributor.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Showing that you're there for them even after the sale is done, that you care about their success and you're willing to go that extra mile.
It's about building that trust, that confidence that they've got a partner to rely on,
No matter what.
even when things get tough.
Speaking of tough, let's talk market trends. That landscape is constantly changing.
Oh, yeah.
The article talks about trending designs spreading like wildfire, which I thought was a great way to put it. It really captures that feeling of urgency, doesn't it?
Yeah, trends change so fast.
They do.
And if you don't keep up,
You're toast.
right. But how can manufacturers and distributors actually work together to stay on top of all that?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And Clover Glass, they have some really great advice on this. Open communication, collaboration, that's key. Distributors, they're the ones on the front lines.
They see it all.
They do.
Yeah.
They know what's hot and what's not. Manufacturers need to tap into that, really listen to their distributor partners, and then be ready to adjust their product lines.
So it's a two-way street.
Totally. Manufacturers need to know what distributors are seeing, and distributors need to know that manufacturers will actually listen and respond.
It's like a dance.
It is a symbiotic relationship, they call it. When both sides are on the same page, working towards that same goal, that's when the magic happens.
Okay, I'm really getting a feel for how this all fits together now.
Yeah.
We've got reliability, lots of product choices, custom designs, delivering on time, and after-sales support.
It's coming together.
But I have a feeling there's one last piece, a secret ingredient that pulls it all together.
You're so right. And this is where Clover Glass really gets it. They say the key to a truly successful partnership is transparency. And they don't just mean like, being honest. It's more about really open communication
Okay.
throughout the whole partnership.
So not just telling the truth, but actually like sharing information.
Yes, exactly. And they actually walk the walk,
Mhm.
Clover Glass, they opened up a warehouse in LA
Oh, wow.
specifically to support their U.S. distributors.
That's a big commitment.
It is. It's a huge investment. Shows how serious they are about transparency and trust.
So what kind of impact does that have? I mean, on the relationship?
I think it changes everything. Having the inventory closer to distributors, it means faster shipping, obviously, easier to manage inventory. Everything just goes smoother.
Fewer headaches.
Way fewer headaches. It just builds confidence, like you're not worried about the supply chain.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, we're here to stay and we're proving it.
Exactly. And it gets rid of a lot of those little things that can cause problems. Clover Glass also talks about being upfront about their production process, their turnaround times, like if there are any potential issues.
Interesting.
They actually think that sharing that kind of stuff, even if it's not great news, makes the relationship stronger.
So being proactive, dealing with problems before they get big.
Exactly. It's all about working together. Both sides have the information they need to make good decisions.
Makes sense.
Now, another thing Clover Glass really digs into is that balance between quality and cost.
Oh, yeah.
Because distributors, they want a good deal,
Right.
but they also know that you get what you pay for. How do you find that sweet spot?
Right. It's like manufacturers are always walking this tightrope, trying to keep prices competitive, but not sacrificing quality.
Exactly. And Clover Glass says that's where transparency comes in again.
Okay.
They break it down. They explain how they invest in really skilled glass blowers, high-quality materials,
Stuff.
the good stuff, and they show how that leads to a better product.
Which benefits everybody in the end.
Everybody wins. It's all about showing the distributor the value they're getting. Like that price tag reflects real craftsmanship.
It's not just a random number.
No. And it goes back to trust, showing that you're not cutting corners,
Yeah.
that you care about making the best possible product.
Okay, so it's all connected.
It is.
You know, we keep coming back to this LA warehouse. It seems like it's more than just a logistical thing.
It is. Clover Glass, they see it as a sign of their commitment to the U.S. market and to their distributor partners.
It's like a symbol.
It is. And it lets them offer lower minimum order quantities,
Oh, interesting.
which is huge for smaller distributors,
Yeah.
the ones who can't handle those massive bulk orders.
Yeah, it gives them a chance, levels the playing field a little bit.
Exactly. So it's win-win again. Clover Glass, they sell more and build stronger relationships. Distributors, they get more flexibility, a supply chain they can count on. Now, Clover Glass was nice enough to put together a little table summarizing the key things that make a distributor-manufacturer partnership work.
I love that. Visual aids are the best. So what stands out to you on that table?
Well, they highlight everything we've been talking about. Quality products, custom designs, on-time deliveries, that responsive support.
Check, check, check.
And, of course, that strategic advantage of having the warehouse in L.A.
It's like a cheat sheet for building that perfect relationship. A reminder that it's all about trust, transparency, and really wanting both sides to succeed.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And even though we've been talking about glass accessories, these ideas are important everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Any industry where strong partnerships are key to growth, this applies.
It's about changing your whole mindset, right? Moving away from just transactions to really working together.
Exactly. And that actually brings us to our final thought for this deep dive.
Okay, hit me with it.
We've talked about the nuts and bolts of a partnership, logistics, processes, all the practical stuff.
Yeah.
But there's another layer that's just as important, maybe even more so.
I'm intrigued. What's the secret sauce that takes a partnership to that next level?
It's the human connection. It's about building real relationships.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Relationships based on trust, respect, shared values, remembering that we're all just people trying to do good work.
It's so easy to forget that sometimes, you
Yeah.
know? You get caught up in the deadlines, the bottom line, and you forget there are actual human beings involved.
Right. And when you make that connection, when you see your partners as more than just clients or vendors,
Everything changes.
everything changes. You work together better,
Yeah.
you communicate more openly, you're more willing to go the extra mile.
It's like the difference between just doing business and having a real friendship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And these days, everything's so fast-paced and impersonal.
Yeah.
Those real connections, they matter even more.
So as we wrap up this way, look at what makes distributors tick. What really stood out to you?
That's a good question.
Hmm.
I think for me, it's that reminder about transparency. It's not just about honesty. It's about actively sharing information, the good and the bad.
Being open.
Yes.
Hmm.
Creating a space where you can really talk and work together. That's how you build trust.
That's powerful stuff, and it goes hand in hand with building those human connections.
Right.
When you're open and honest with your partners, you build that foundation of trust and understanding, and that's what leads to success.
Long-term success.
Exactly. It's about building relationships that are more than just business, relationships that last. So we've learned a lot about what makes distributors tick, what they want from manufacturers, and how to build those super strong partnerships that are so important.
In any industry, really.
It's been a great deep dive.
It really has. Hopefully this got some wheels turning, got
Yeah.
people thinking about their own business relationships.
And remember those principles we talked about? Reliability, transparency, open communication, aiming for everyone to succeed.
And that human touch.
Don't forget the human touch. Those are universal, whether you're working with distributors, suppliers, customers,
Even your own team.
your own team, exactly. So go out there and build those amazing partnerships.
Remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
Keep learning, keep adapting, and keep those connections strong.
And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Until then, keep exploring. Yeah, it's about valuing those relationships.
It is. And I think Clover Glass really gets that.
Yeah.
It's not just something they say. They're living it.
Yeah, their whole business model is built around it, isn't it? Understanding what distributors need and then going above and beyond.
Totally. I think they're really setting a new standard for what a great partnership can be. And they're doing it by focusing on those core things we talked about: reliability, transparency, communication, and that commitment to helping each other succeed.
It's inspiring, honestly.
It is. And it's also interesting how they've used being in China to their advantage.
Oh, how so?
Well, they've become experts in international trade, all the ins and outs, and they've built this really strong infrastructure.
Okay.
So they can offer high-quality products at prices that are competitive.
So instead of being afraid of the challenges, they've made it their strength.
Exactly. And they're not keeping all that knowledge to themselves. They share it with their distributors.
Makes them stronger too.
Right. So everyone can make smart decisions and face those challenges together.
It sounds like they've really cracked the code. I mean, on how to create a partnership that benefits everyone and can handle anything.
Yeah, I think so. They've built this model based on trust, being open with each other, and really understanding how the whole thing works.
This has been an amazing deep dive. I feel like we've learned so much about distributors, what they're looking for, and how to build those rock-solid partnerships that are so important for success in any business, really.
Absolutely. And I hope our listeners are walking away with some fresh ideas, maybe a new way of thinking about their own business relationships.
And don't forget those key principles we talked about. Being reliable, being transparent, open communication, that focus on working together so everyone wins, and that human connection.
Can't forget that one.
Those apply everywhere, whether you're working with distributors, suppliers, customers,
Or your own team.
your own team, yes. So go out there, build those incredible partnerships.
It's an ongoing process.
Keep learning, keep adapting, and keep those connections strong.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, keep exploring.